From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Sony Michel, his first carry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He's taken down at the 22.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And got his man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Cardinals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake.
Touchdown.
82 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Point after.
And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
18-yard line.
2nd and 14. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Cardinals.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
10, Cardinals 7.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
56 the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Shit.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third down.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
The kicker on for the...
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st down.
Operating from the gun, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Niners 24, Cardinals 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's
I
miles
am.
away and smiling.
And happy.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And it's third down.
They run toss to the right with Drake. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charlie? Blitz coming, and down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
By the Cardinals.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
56 is mine. 56 is mine. Watch me run. Watch me run. Six. 56.
After the turnover, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including a fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Into the secondary again. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big pickup there on the run. 40 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Move. 3 down, 3 down. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Sacked.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Switch gears. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The ball carrier.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Okay, double.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready up. Come on, guys, 55. Bandit. Mike, 55.
Out of the gun now on third down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. They'll run on first down. It's Williamson. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
First down, Williamson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Score, Niners 31, Cardinals 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Yards. And a Cardinal first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Running, it's Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going deep for Hopkins. They've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll run with Drake. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
At the 39-yard
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Now Murray. Flushed out right. Now Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. You think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. And that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive. Not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
They'll run on first down. It's Williamson. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give a little run-pass option.
Now they're right down here looking for 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners.
He is good.
And he's got it up and through.
Score, Niners 38, Cardinals 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again? Symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray, flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a draw play with Drake. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brought him down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
The ball carrier.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
50-yard line. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Cardinals.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. For Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Here's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll run here with Taylor. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Niners 45, Cardinals 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mike 56, Mike 56. We own them. We own them.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3rd down.
leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.